progress indicator during Pandas operations. I regularly perform Pandas operations on data frames in excess of 15 million or so rows, and I'd love to have access to a progress indicator for particular operations. Does a text-based progress indicator for Pandas split apply combine operations exist? For example, in something like where feature underscore rollup is a somewhat involved function that take many df columns and creates new user columns through various methods. These operations can take a while for large data frames, so I'd like to know if it is possible to have text-based output in an ipython notebook that updates me on the progress. So far, I've tried canonical loop progress indicators for Python, but they don't interact with Pandas in any meaningful way. I'm hoping there's something I've overlooked in the Pandas library/documentation that allows one to know the progress of a split apply combine. A simple implementation would maybe look at the total number of data frame subsets upon which the apply function is working and report progress as the completed fraction of those subsets. Is this perhaps something that needs to be added to the library?
To tweak Jeff's answer and have this as a reusable function. Note the apply progress percentage updates in line. If your function's doubts, then this won't work. As usual, you can add this to your group B objects as a method. As mentioned in the comments, this isn't a feature that core Pandas would be interested in implementing. But Python allows you to create these for many Pandas objects methods. Doing so would be quite a bit of work, although you should be able to generalize this approach.
Due to popular demand, I've added Pandas support in tqdm, pip install, tqdm = 4.9.0. Unlike the other answers, this will not noticeably slow Pandas down. Here's an example for dataframe group e.progress_apply. In case you're interested in how this works and how to modify it for your own callbacks, see the examples on GitHub, the full documentation on PyPy, or import the module and run help, tqdm. Other supported functions include map, plymap, aggregate, and transform. Edit. To directly answer the original question, replace with. Note, tqdm is lower than or equal to version 4.8. For versions of tqdm below 4.8, instead of tqdm.pandas, you had to do
In case you need support for how to use this in a Jupyter/ipython notebook, as I did, here's a helpful guide and source to relevant article. Note the underscore in the import statement for _tqdm_notebook. As referenced article mentions, development is in late beta stage. Update as of November 12, 2021. I'm currently now using pandas == 1.3.4 and tqdm == 4.62.3, and I'm not sure which version tqdm authors implemented this change, but the above import statement is deprecated. Instead use update as of February 1, 2022. It's now possible to simplify import statements for .py and .ipython files alike. That should work as expected for both types of development environments, and should work on Pandas data frames or other tqdm-worthy iterables. Update as of May 27, 2022. If you're using a Jupyter notebook on SageMaker, this combo works.
For anyone who's looking to apply tqdm on their custom parallel Pandas apply code, I tried some of the libraries for parallelization over the years, but I never found a 100% parallelization solution, mainly for the apply function, and I always had to come back for my manual code. df this is the one you call. It accepts your df object, the function name you'd like to call. The subset of columns the function can be performed upon helps reducing time/memory. The number of jobs to run in parallel, -1 or omit for all cores. Any other cores the df's function accepts, like axis, _df_split. This is an internal helper function that has to be positioned globally to the running module. Pool.map is placement dependent, otherwise I'd locate it internally. Here's the code from my gist. I'll add more pandas function tests there. Velo is a test code for a parallelized apply with TQDM, progress stall. In the output, you can see one progress bar for running without parallelization and per core progress bars when running with parallelization. There is a slight hiccup, and sometimes the rest of the cores appear at once, but even then I think it's useful since you get the progress stats per core, it's /SEC and total records for X. Thank you at ABCDA for this great library.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.